gorgeous soul. Welcome to your April astrology. It is another wowzer, as we have the most extraordinary new black moon in Aries. And it's a hybrid solar eclipse. This is extremely, extremely rare. And it's at 29 degrees Aries. That is full on. This hasn't happened, I believe, for 159 years. It's intense, and it is bringing us into our power in a situation or situations. And we are finding our voice and our purpose. But it demands that we let go and we step in to the new way of being where we're authentic, true, and spontaneous. Wow. Here's your monthly astrology. Hey, fabulous Pisces. How are you doing? You might have felt like, because you're so in tune spiritually and intuitively, you might have felt these huge cosmic changes that are going on. So you've got to find your little place in this brand new world and ground yourself. And most of all, trust your inner voice. Trust your intuition right now and where you're headed, and allow yourself to open up, to use all the gifts within your power to go forward, because Pluto is in that position of you. It's very much kind of in your vibe. You're going, okay, if I don't trust my intuition, then you're going to notice that things go awry. If you do trust your intuition, everything could be like magic. So it might take you a while to get acclimatized, but do trust who you are and your inner voice, and make sure you douse yourself in plenty of self-love. Now let's get back to the astrology of this month. On the 2nd, Mercury enters Taurus, and you've got a lot to say, particularly when it's sextile Saturn. You find your voice. You are able to speak your truth and make changes. And sextiles are great for manifesting the future. Saturn is about commitment, long-term commitment. And Saturn is in Pisces, another big change, which is about grounding your magic. So Mercury is saying, right, it's giving you the freedom to express yourself, to commit to yourself and your future. It's powerful stuff. Get it done straight away. You got almost 3 years, I think, of Saturn in Pisces. So get it done now. Get on with it. Trust yourself. The full moon in Libra is very intense for you. It's in your primal zone. It's giving you signs and symbols about how to come into your power, but it also can affect your primal emotions and buttons. So you might be feeling pretty primal on that day. Try and guide that primal energy in a way that's useful for you. But if you have very intense feelings coming up, make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that you can trust, that you can be vulnerable with, and do the work. Maybe do a little ritual to look at the areas where you feel that you need to empower yourself. Write yourself a letter from the future where you are empowered, and with the steps that it took you to get there. All of that stuff is really works. I've seen it work in incredible ways. Now, Mercury's going into retro shadow on the 7th, but it doesn't go into full shadow until the 21st. So get things done, say what you need to say, do what you got to do. A lovely little loving day for you is when Venus sextiles Neptune. Beautiful. And you are able to speak words of love. And hopefully other people will be speaking words of love to you, and you will be floating on a pink fluffy cloud of bliss. However, of course, you know that Neptune can sometimes cast illusions. Don't fall into an illusion. Venus shifts signs on the 11th. It goes into Gemini and your position of home and family. So you're putting all your love into that. You want people around you that feel like family. You want to be snuggly. You want to be huggly. You want to be cutchy. And all of those kind of cozy things are going to dominate the rest of April. With Venus squaring Saturn on the 14th, if you have any issues with flatmates or lovers when it comes to your domestic life, there may be a little bit of argy-bargy there, because while people are trying to set down rules and boundaries, you may decide to set down rules and boundaries. Or if you're a bit flaky in your home environment and you live with someone else, they may sort of, insist on some house rules. But ultimately, as Saturn is in Pisces, you know, I would take it seriously. Now, the big news, as I've said in my intro, is this day on the 20th where all sorts is going on. The new black moon in Aries, which is the hybrid solar eclipse, is in your abundance and security zone. Something is shifting there, and the reason it's shifting is to bring you true security. So if anything is hidden, it will be revealed. If anything needs to change when it comes to abundance or security, again, it will be revealed and it will be placed in your hands. Don't ignore it, because this eclipse is not messing about. Take heed and then take action. On the same day, the sun then goes into Taurus, and then we have the waxing black moon conjunct the north node. So powerful messages about your future are coming. Powerful messages about your voice and your need and your desire to be heard. Maybe that someone says something to you that just sparks something in your soul. But look, really pay attention to communication then. And of course, the next day, Mercury is retrograde. So tune in with bat ears and owl wisdom when you're listening to any messages on the 20th, because that day is full on powerful. On the 25th, the sun is sextile Saturn in Pisces. A great day to have a really deep conversation and commit to something. This month is packed with potential for you. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition, and all will be well. Lots of love. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. So why do we at Michele Knight give you a 5-minute, no questions asked guarantee? Well, our psychics are some of the very best in the world. They are handpicked. They have 5 rigorous test readings, the final one with me, and I require very detailed information, things they couldn't possibly know just by looking at Google or social media. We want you to be totally blown away by your reading, to feel that you've chosen a psychic who you can bond with, who gets you and gives you such specific information you feel completely reassured. If this doesn't happen within the first 5 minutes, don't be shy, just put down the phone and your minutes will be topped up or refunded. Your reading should be uplifting, full of clarity and advice, and leave you empowered to make the right decisions for you. We want Michele Knight to be your spiritual home.